Hey there, Artist Caleb here with a fast look at Sniper Elite for Italia. I absolutely loved every flipping second of this game. I had a blast all throughout it. It was wonderful. If you're a stealth fan, this is the game for you. Let's take a look at it. In the single-player campaign, there are 8 ridiculously giant missions. Each of the areas are so huge, it's going to take you a long time to get through. It's wonderful. It's excellent. Anyway, you can go through and select all of your individual missions and DLC. There's multiplayer, there's co-op, which I haven't tried, but I can only imagine is just a dream come true. It's so good. You can go through and you can look at all the goodies that you won, your ribbons and medals and all that sort of stuff. I thought I had more than this, but I guess I'm just a filthy casual. Got a lot of medals, though. Well, they're probably all just participation awards or something. There are also a lot of letters to collect, too, but I'll get into that in just a bit. The options menu is good, too. It might seem simple on the surface, but actually there's a lot more under the hood than it looks like. Once you choose your mission, then you go through and choose your difficulty, and it's got anything ranging from Takahashi level. Well, made me laugh anyway. Authentic plus and custom, and you can make it ridiculous hard. I really love the cutscenes and the intros as you go along. It just keeps you engaged in the story, and I love the art style too.
The destruction of the Orchidia suggests we were wrong.
Interestingly, there are plenty of Nazis in the game, but no Nazi symbolism, like swastikas and stuff. Some people have thought that it was for a political reason, but it's more likely that it was because of the laws in Germany prohibiting stuff like that, and the developers wanted to sell it in Europe. That's my best guess based on what I've read, and is only game. So, moving on. The game gives you lots of different places to hide, and I really love the hiding in the bush mechanic. It's so cool because it just sort of envelops you, you know? And when you lay down, you can actually see through the bushes, you know? It's just such an amazing mechanic. I was very impressed by it. Loved it. There are tons of really neat mechanics in the game. Like leaning over balconies, for instance, if you're in, sniper mode or using your binoculars. Tagging enemies, vehicles, explosives, all sorts of things. And actually, this is a seriously handy feature because it's really easy to miss something. So you just have to be patient and hide and just scope things out. You can also hang off of things. You can move around on them, drop down. You can climb up. You can set mines and tripwire explosives, and I really love the tripwire feature too because, for instance, when you walk over them, it doesn't set them off, and you can even collect it back up again. There are just tons of mechanics in the game. Interestingly, though, I didn't see a mechanic for like a bicycle horn, which I don't know what you'd use that for, but maybe it would be fun. I'm a huge fan of radial menus, and this game's got a great one. Basically, just rotate it around and select your weapon, and then you can just click to select what kind of ammo that you want. The map's really great. It's an essential tool, and if you've tagged your enemies and other objects, they show up on the map as well. I think the only minor thing that I would have done had I been the developer was to give it this kind of old paper feel, like an old paper map. But other than that, it's great. While roaming around, you can find letters, and that adds a real human touch to the game. It's pretty interesting. It's good to be authentic when you read them. My dear Wilhelm, my draft addresses the Reichstag for your perusal. There's tons of potential carnage and destruction and explosions and all that stuff in the game, including cinematic shots of your hits, and a choice in the options menu to turn that on or off. Sorry if you were just eating spaghetti or drinking tomato juice. Wouldn't be an Artist Caleb video without talking about how purty stuff is, right? Yup, this game is really, really nice looking. The artists must have had a lot of fun in this one because things are gorgeous right down to the smallest details. Just look at those tiles. And the water! Another thing that I really loved were how varied all the locations were. And I'm not showing them all in this video, but anything from mountaintops and snowy areas to deep forests and, things along rivers and the sea, and all the towns are really big and take you a lot of time to explore. Also, check it out. Are these goose-stepping chickens? See what I did there? They say birds of a feather flock exactly in time to each other. Well, anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap it up, but I can say easily that this is one of my favorite games. And if you're into stealth, then you gotta play this. I mean, you can't miss this game. It's too freaking good. Anyway, that's about it. So, live stream every Saturday over at Twitch. Become a patron if you can. Just $1, and it helps us out like a ton load. And big hugs. All right, I'll see you soon.